Whoa. Hey, this is it.
Hey.
Big day. Big day.
The day of labor.
This is where we shine, my boy.
The day of celebration for our years of labor.
Okay. So I just sent the link to Kate.
Oh, good. I did not do that.
Yeah, dude, Labor Day. Labor Day in America. Shout out to the nation. I don't know if you've what is Labor Day? What is the it's just for labor? Like it's like it's like the national holiday to give people off that work hard.
Yeah, well, it's kind of it's got a lot of weird like communist connotations to it because like the whole communist thing is dignity in labor, right? Like we're not going to pay you anything extra. We don't care if you're a genius. Go to the fucking steel mill, do your labor. But there's dignity in labor. So like just lift up the rocks and put them back. And we're going to give you this day to celebrate your labor because we know you're poor as shit and you're getting evicted, but labor. And we adopted that here because even though we're not communists, that is still a true thing that you can just work all the time and have no money.
Well,
so that's it's my negative spin on Labor Day. I don't know if you have a positive one.
I think positive spin would be showing appreciation for people that work hard and labor.
Yeah.
But have you ever had a manual labor job?
Oh yeah.
Oh baby.
Jesus Christ, does that make you appreciate anything else? Well, I was a chef for a long time, which is kind of manual labor.
Yeah.
But you mean more like, have I had a job where I have to pick up boxes and put them somewhere else?
Well, chef isn't technically manual labor, but I think it's like
because like line cook,
line cook can be
line
considered.
Cook work is really difficult. It's physically strenuous. It's hot. It sucks. And then the closer you get to not having to be in like a tiny little alley spinning around in circles, burning yourself, the easier it gets. But I've had a lot of manual labor jobs, but like I've had one that sticks out. But I don't know if we want to wait for Kate to talk about our worst jobs.
We can. We'll wait because I have a couple too manual labor. Just
I don't know how I sound like a kid, like a child, because I'm like I don't know how anyone can do it.
Yeah, shout out to people like Ryan Dugan. Shout out to people that like work
my
with their
friends,
hands.
My friends Norman and Blaze Boel, their Norm's wife Shelly used to work for me. They have a place called Lehigh Valley Decks. Our friend just got a deck put on by them. If you saw him on Instagram, and they do these huge decks. These like amazing thing. You know how hard it is to build a deck?
Yeah,
it's
especially a big deck.
You have to dig like 4 foot deep holes and fill them with concrete and drag all this shit around. It's like it's crazy. And there's people who I'll just complain that my back hurts all day and then hope to go home.
Well, this doesn't come as a shock to anybody in the nation who has any idea about me or has listened to me talk for more than 30 seconds. I don't do well with manual labor. I am not good.
Pretty. It's
not good. It's I'm as bad as it gets. When I've seen people do, but I used to. Well, we'll wait for Kate. But like roofers, like I saw
Jesus Christ,
a neighbor was getting a roof on.
How do they
did
do
it like a day in the middle of the hottest days?
Just standing there, just standing up there in the sun and not passing out would be hard enough. Yeah. Let alone balancing, not putting a nail through your own hand.
I think being a roofer would be the worst job for me personally. I don't like heights. I don't like working hard.
Yeah.
I don't like nails.
I shake on the ladder. I shake like I involuntarily. If I get up to clean like the gutters, I'll get 9 feet off the ground and I start, and I can't control it at all. I just can't do it. It sucks so bad.
Well, should we bring in our esteemed colleague and get down to dirty business?
We got to look for a signal from her. Kate, are you willing to come in yet, or do you want to hang out for another 4 minutes?
Does she want it or not? Give us the thumbs up or thumbs down. All right,
bring her in.
Well,
once we bring in Kate, let's talk about however quick or whatever we want to talk about how fun it was for us all to at least be in person together,
right,
and meet the gang.
Yes, here she is, our esteemed colleague. You love her, you hate her. It's Kate Hughes. Share the link. Share the link, folks. Share the link. Kate,
what's up?
Happy Labor Day.
Hey, thank you.
Happy Labor Day.
Same to you guys.
Thank you.
We've been with nothing. Thank you.
Bless you in your labor.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Ryan Dugan, Dugan HVAC. If you need HVAC, that's heating or air conditioning,
or any letter.
Oh yeah, any letter. Call Dugan's HVAC. Ryan, that's his company. This guy, whatever's uncomfortable in the season, this man is in that element. So if your heater is broke in the winter, he's crawling around in a cold ass attic or cold ass house. And if it's hot in the summer and your air conditioning's broke, he's going into 140 degree attics.
Likes it hot and full of fiberglass.
That's right.
Summer's got to be worse. I've run into Ryan like after it's done in an attic, and because you have to, pre all of us wearing masks, you still have to wear a mask if you're in like a fiberglass insulated thing. So it's like really hot. You have to wear this big stupid thing, and if you don't, you're gonna breathe in fiberglass and probably get cancer. Yeah, it's really
probably a great diet, though. Really,
it's like swimming.
Yeah, I wonder if you ever get full on fiberglass. Kate, have you had? I mean, without going too dark here, because we know you and we know your recent history.
My dark side. Yeah.
Do you have, aside from your last job, do you have any like shitty jobs?
I used to do
manual labor shit.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. No, you're lying.
I did. I was the strongest man on the team.
I'm tempted to do it my second time. I'll ring it. I have my finger on
what?
The button.
They needed somebody strong, so
I love that in
McDonald's counts because that's verifiably true that she worked at McDonald's.
Yeah,
we're pretty sure it's verifiable.
What was your role? It all depends on her
manual
role.
Labor.
What was her role at McDonald's? If it was cashier, no sir. But if it was in the back making patties,
patties.
I have to tell you something. I am no chef. I was never back there. But when I go into,
because the McDonald's chefs.
Yeah, I don't think
that was it.
I think
that's the entire move.
That was the move.
This now.
There's also the fry drop.
I've done that.
Yes.
You see how fast they can roll up a hamburger?
But also, Kate,
I've rolled a hamburger in my time.
They didn't have the thing with like a picture of a hamburger on it when you worked there. You had to know math quick, right?
No.
Oh, it was still easy?
Of you guys.
Why?
We're trying to actually give you a compliment.
We're trying to give you a nice compliment. They came out those buttons like 4 years ago.
I never had to know math. What do you mean? Please be more specific. What are you talking about?
Buttons with the pictures of the food items so you don't have to make change in your head. You can just go hamburger, soda, fries. It adds it up. You push the button. It gives them the change.
It always gave the change.
Kate, I'm doing what I can for you. And no, it didn't.
Yes, did you work at McDonald's?
No, I worked with the cash register, though, Kate Hughes.
You didn't work at a McDonald's cash register.
I love being on this side of it, by the way. I love being on this side of it.
That's not how a calculator works, Tim. Okay, I guess you're different.
It does have this feeling, though, with the arguing that I still will be under the bus at some point.
In
so
about 40 seconds, yeah. So get ready for it.
Kate will turn on me, and this will become.
Yeah, I don't want to argue Kate anymore. So
don't. I was the runner for the drive-thru, and I love that job because it was back and forth, and I wanted to be fast, and I wanted.
You didn't talk to people. I feel like you would have been prime for the headset lady.
I was. You wear a headset, and of course, I would do both jobs because that person wasn't doing the job fast enough. So I'm like, "Welcome, McDonald's. How can I help you?" It's 317. Please pull the first window, and then I go get the food.
Did you ever have fun banter with the people?
I loved McDonald's. I loved working there. And then we would get truck. I think truck came on a Thursday, right? And it was usually the guys that got to do it because they would put this, I don't know what these things are called. It looks like a ladder, but everything rolls.
It's a slide.
Is that what it's called?
I would imagine it's a slide.
Wait, when you say or
you
a
roller,
truck, you mean like a food delivery?
Yeah, they call it a truck.
Like once a week?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
When we get truck.
Yeah, we get truck on Thursday. What?
Yeah, you could just say get.
That's such an insane.
You want to know the inner workings of McDonald's?
When does truck come?
We could. Well,
where's truck?
Hey, there's a truck coming. Do not waste another moment saying a truck. It's
Don't
truck.
Throw another letter in there. We don't need it. It's truck.
Truck came. Unload truck.
That's right, Tyler.
Truck here now, unload.
Truck here, unload now.
Burger truck.
Who wants to do truck? I'm like, I want to do truck.
You didn't unload the truck. It's like a terrible job.
So
Me talk like cavemen. Do truck now. Meat in truck, frozen. Needs.
Yeah, meat was in truck, frozen. So, but they had that slidey thing, and it would go into the basement. That's where the freezer was. So the slidey thing would be up at the top of the steps, and you would be at the bottom. So they would slide these huge boxes of frozen meat, which I don't know if you guys know, this is very heavy.
I heard. Yeah.
So it's usually men, and I was like,
well, you know,
I do truck. I do truck.
10 pounds of frozen meat is the heaviest 10 pounds.
I can imagine Anna saying that. Like, yeah. I do truck now.
I do truck.
Incidentally, I didn't know her back then, but so I remember.
And I know my way around a frozen container.
Yeah. So I remember doing truck, and that meat would come flying down, and I would. I took everything.
Incoming meat from truck. Watch face.
Yeah, how to protect this. And it was, guys, that was the most manual of labor that I've ever done ever. But I caught that meat, and I was like, I'm gonna catch this.
It's pretty good. That's pretty manual. That's a hard job for sure.
I would have helped Kate with truck. Me and Kate do truck. Others cook.
I don't go in the kitchen. I do what happens before the kitchen. Yeah, but I love McDonald's.
Yeah.
I would have helped Kate with truck.
Yeah.
Can we talk for a second? Because it was so cool I know you are friends with her already, but it was so cool to meet Anna.
Isn't she awesome?
Yes, and everybody else. Like, I know we were going to talk about, but like Ty had a show on last Friday. And as weird as everything is, and it is weird, like
so
really weird. Bizarre the way things are set up, the rules and stuff. But even keep into account that you can't really be near each other. You got to have these masks on. You have to buy carrot dogs. We can get into that later. The whole thing. It was still so much fun. I had a great time. Me and Kate and Tom sat in the front row.
Yeah. You guys
we knew we were safe from Tyler.
Yeah.
Basically. It was awesome. I met everybody. I met Kristen, Anna. Naomi, my mom was there. Joe Abram.
You met your mom?
I know. I finally got to meet her after all these years of estrangement.
Incredible.
So nice
Thank
to
you for that,
reconnect with mother.
Yeah.
Before we also thank you for everybody that came. It was a fun time. It was interesting to knock some of the rust off for sure. But the carrot dog, I want to talk about the carrot dog thing before we lose it.
Did you actually bite into one? Because I heard
I didn't know.
I smelled Kristen's carrot dog.
It was infused
with syrup,
barbecue syrup,
barbecue sauce. Yeah,
okay. So I didn't know the carrot dog situation until after the show.
It was just a carrot, by the way. It wasn't like, if you get a tofu dog, they form tofu into a hot dog and it makes sense. Right. It was just a fucking carrot.
Placed in a bun.
Like the thick part in a bun.
You got carrot from truck. Put it in
law. Carrot dog is law.
I knew you.
No beer without carrot dog.
My favorite part of carrot dog, the carrot dog fiasco, is they still offered you condiments.
Yeah. And I wanted to get one just so I could like show it and then throw it in the garbage. And like
I'm a big fan of carrots too. I like carrots.
Yes, but not in dog form.
No, not in dog form.
And then later in the night, they switched out in an even weirder move. They then switched out the carrot dogs with regular hot dogs. Because then I went to go get a drink, and there was regular hot dogs in there.
It would have been a funny prank had it been reversed, where they started with luscious hot dogs, and then
went right.
They did it the wrong way.
For the people that don't, I mean, I'm sure you get it. The reason why they had so you guys know because you bought the drinks. What was the requirements? Every time
I didn't buy any drinks. People were buying me drinks.
I know. Well, me and Kate, the big celebs that we are, we were lucky enough that Kristen Marie bought us drinks right away.
She did.
So, and the rule was, Ty, as we found out as long as you get one carrot dog, you can get like 15 drinks.
As many drinks as you want.
So she just
Kristen was like this. She's like, all right, what do you want?
Everybody.
When you explained that whole situation, it was interesting because there was already a dynamic, like almost a economy based on these, because you were like, well, Kristen bought a dog, so she got 50. Like we just got a drink using her dog.
Yeah.
Right, you had to figure things out on the fly.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was like,
did you get it? Can I use one on your dog? Not money. Money was the currency was now a purchased hot dog or carrot dog.
It was weird, but you know what? I asked the question, and the guy didn't answer me. You know how you have to stand 6 feet apart? Yeah. I was like, sir, if we buy one hot dog, can we get as many drinks as we want? And he's like making.
He's like, I don't care. This is weird for me too. Like
I was like, do I have to eat the dog? Can I throw the dog out in front of you? And he's like, oh, stop talking.
Just to be clear, I was there. She did it. She was doing that. This isn't like an embellishment.
Okay, well,
and she was like probably 12 feet away because it was like 2 spots.
And
he's just going, what about the dog? What about the dog? And the guy's just like, I hate what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I hate being here. And it was in this pathetic shaping dish. So there was like a hotel pan with the sternos underneath. And it's like, why did you bring out the thing that you cater weddings with to put the dogs in? Period. Just give us an uncooked hot dog. We'll hold it, throw it away, and then drink the beer. It's ridiculous.
I have to tell you this. It's a segue from the dog, kind of. So Anna Hamilton said she would buy me and my girlfriend a drink right before you came on. So she gives Naomi money. Naomi goes when there's clapping. All of a sudden, you come up on stage, and I run like Tom Cruise in any movie. Pick a movie, any movie. I run like Tom Cruise. Yeah,
Mission
like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 1 or 2.
Where he goes.
Yeah, because I see Tim. Tim's also running.
You saw me move.
I saw him move.
I swear to God, it's true because I didn't want to sit in the front for the other two because I don't know them, and you
didn't know them.
Like Comedy 101.
I knew
as a spectator is don't sit in the front. Right. It's just you're going to pay for it.
I
didn't realize that in this particular context you couldn't see shit really from the stage, so you couldn't see it. But it's usually a danger seat. So I sat
danger zone for sure.
Sat in the back, and then when I saw you came up, Tom Bruno toughed it out the whole time. By the way, he was in the front seat.
He did. He was waiting for us.
But I heard you coming on. I made my move, and then I looked over and I just saw a shadowy figure. I thought for a second, ape. And then, she moved like a slick ape, but it was actually Kate.
Love to see it. And since I did that, Tyler,
you left your drink.
Get my drink.
So basically, Anna and Naomi owe you a drink.
No, you owe me a drink. That's how that story ends.
Fine. I'll give you a drink. Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Kristen.
You love Kristen.
Before we move away,
it's so bleak the way she said it. You left me for Ty of all people.
But
thought we were really there. We weren't.
Yeah, I saw a picture that you were there. But Tim and Kate, you were very. You guys were like you were hounded like celebs there.
Well, we are celebs. Wow. We are celebs.
I didn't get to experience this with you because I was locked away.
It was just fun. It was just purely fun. I only see people's profile pictures. I don't really know anybody. And to see
in all their pictures as I scroll
as I check them out. But people were like just little stupid things, but that you don't expect that makes it more real. Like I didn't expect Naomi to be so tall. Like this was the thing that I didn't.
Well, she said the same thing about you.
Okay? I know she did. That was like our thing that we had. Yeah. Joe Abraham radiates energy. Like the amount of energy the man has is powerful. I didn't know it was like explosive energy. So that was awesome. I felt it in the parking lot.
Basically, what we're trying to say is if you're new to the nation, if you're new to the show, we want to meet you as well.
Welcome.
Yes.
Be one with us.
This is just a one big happy family. Alex Suter, John Suter was there, people from the golf store, the whole team, everybody congregated. It was a nice night.
I think there was like a Dugan or two, a couple Dugans.
Talent. The last guy was a little stinker, but other than that,
the headliner was
didn't deserve it, but
working on some things.
I have to say, my favorite part of the night had nothing to do with you, Tyler. Am I allowed to say that?
Sure.
Okay. So my favorite part of the night was right at the beginning. I walked in, and they were like, they had to check your purses, which I think is weird. They didn't check your cargo pants. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But she was like, I have to check your purse. And I was like, you are going to love what you find in there. This is good stuff. And then she's like, do you have your ticket? And this guy's like,
a live mouse is in there.
Pull a dog out. It's like Mary Poppins.
A hand.
Yes.
Anna Marie Hamilton's like, you can't go in my purse. You cannot go in my purse.
Do not touch my purse. There's a loaded rat trap in the purse.
Fires out.
With cheese in it, like it's gonna get the person, like the human being.
Yeah.
But she's like, do you have your ticket? And this man's like, she doesn't need a ticket. That's Kate Hughes.
Who was that?
And I was like, no autographs. Yeah. It's Tyler's night.
no, not tonight.
I am Kate Hughes. I am. Now get me a carrot dog from Truck.
Kate, did you get there much earlier than me? Were you there a lot earlier than me, or just like a little bit?
Little bit.
So when I went to get my ticket, I was like, there's a will call ticket for me for Tim Fry, and I don't know why the guy was like,
oh, you had to tell them.
And well, number one, I had to tell him, and number two, he's like, oh, it says here there's 2 tickets for you, and I was like, okay, well, it's just me, and he's like, you didn't bring anybody with you. I'm like, no, it's just I'm just alone. Can I have the one? Like, give it to someone. Give it to the next person who's here. I don't care. And it's just
my
the guy
wife
doesn't know me. Yeah, he's like, I'm like, my wife's at home with my kid. It's not a weird. I'm not alone. I'm not dateless.
I'm not like Kate Hughes.
Yeah. He's like, well, the thing is, Ty said you'd have 2, and there's 2 here. It was 30 seconds. 30 seconds total conversation, but like, 4 times. Like, no, it's.
So let me get this straight. Nobody
did
loves
you have
you.
2 tickets too?
No, I had 1.
That's even funnier.
They're like, no one loves her. She's coming by.
Tim, there's a chance he'll find somebody on the way. He'll find a vagrant to bring.
No, they knew I'd be coming solo.
On the prowl.
I didn't go home alone though.
She didn't. She went home with Anna Marie Hamilton.
So you never met Joe before?
Me?
Okay. No, I know you did.
I haven't met anybody at all. So it was really
you met Kristen before.
No, I met Kristen one time, like for 30 seconds at one of Ty's shows years ago.
You need to meet somebody to know that you've met them, Tim.
If it's a Joe Abrams situation, once, because I will remember him forever.
So Kristen's not memorable, is what you're saying.
Feels like that's what you're saying.
There's no way to win this. I already know.
When
I met Kristen, I was in the Ice House, which is a historically dark room.
Cold, right?
Full of ice.
Remarkably hot in that house.
And I didn't even know I met her. I think I had to like walk her to the parking lot or something because it was dangerous.
She's offended.
I know. I can't do anything. I'm trapped now. I'm trapped.
You did. Now you know how I feel every night of the week.
So Kristen's night ended with her having to walk by herself, and people were like, beep, beep, hey, baby. And then me and Anna pull up, and we're like, hey, show us some leg. So
Kristen, let's just say this. Let's clear that Kristen's undeniably a babe. Okay, so we can say that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that'll give me a little bit of backpedal room from earlier when I said,
Well, I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But Quatressa, she's sad now because she wanted to come. Actually, Quatressa, people were like, Anna Hamilton goes, where is Quatressa? Where is she?
I love how no matter what, Anna will be Russian.
I know. Not at all.
Yeah, she would have been there, but she lives in California. That was my answer. And it's true. She has a great alibi.
It's a decent excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, thank you everybody for coming. We're going to try to do it again. I think in the future when the world gets back together, don't quote me on this, but there may be a Clicking and Screaming live show coming your way when we can.
Guys,
a lot of juggling, a lot of fire, animals.
You never tell me anything. Am I going to be in it?
Yes.
Okay.
We haven't planned this at all. I'm just saying we think we want to do that, right?
Guys, I have to tell you.
We planned it a little bit.
But Kate's also been
years ago. It's before we met Kate, but Ty and I wanted to do a variety show with fun magicians and all kinds of cool things. And then we met you, and we're like, she's gonna love this shit. And now we have a, So,
if you ever meet Kate Hughes, the Kate Hughes, and we can get her.
If we can
thank God we did.
Lucky dogs.
We're all $166 in the black, baby.
Woo! Guys,
Kate,
can I
so
do
you had to you said, let me tell you something. Now I want you to tell us.
Oh, I don't remember what it was, but I will tell you this. Total babe. Yep, she does. She had to buy all of them for us. So I've been dog sitting, right?
No.
Yeah, weird, right? So I get home today. I go to throw something out in my kitchen trash can, and it's the kind that I've installed myself, where you open the cabinet
Yes,
and roll.
I have a kitchen trash can along with others.
Fancy.
Please do not put that garbage in my kitchen trash can.
It's not one of the mesh trash cans. I can put liquid in this one.
All right, guys. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's hidden.
Shout out Alex Hooter, callback.
Oh yeah. I love that bit because it's so true. I also have a story about money that ties in with how you get it, jobs.
Right.
So I get home and I pull out the trash can, and there is a wrapper of a protein bar that I did not eat. I'm
What?
Yeah. So two people.
What?
Yeah, that's exactly what I
What
said.
show is that? What show is that? Is that
Home Improvement is what it's called.
Right.
I don't like the reference, but I got it.
I thought it was Scooby-Doo. Same voice.
The first one was Scooby-Doo. The second one was a Tim Allen.
Yeah, you're right.
They're too
Yeah.
I know.
Too close for comfort, by the way.
You're
Which
saying
thing?
the dog unwrapped it.
No, man. I'm saying somebody threw that in my trash can. And I just explained that you had to open the cabinet and roll the thing out. Dogs can't do that. Even carrot dogs.
Have you
can't
even
do that.
seen Air Bud or not?
Yeah. The
He
whole premise of that
slammed. He
movie is-
slammed dunks.
Oh.
So
Well, that explains it.
let's not completely discount all dogs from opening the thing. But who do you think has access to the apartment?
I lost my mind.
Yeah.
I went on my phone. I sent some text messages. There's two people that have my key. And I was like, did you either of you ladies come into my house while I've been gone and eat a Cliff Bar and throw the wrapper out in my kitchen trash? And they're like, no, we did not. And then I'm like,
What day is this? What day is this?
What
Today I
a
found
what a health conscious burglar.
No, because I want to meet this person. I feel like
Oh,
we'd be.
man. I don't
What
think
a-
I could carry this
what a
TV
bit.
out of this place unless I eat this Cliff Bar.
I wouldn't put this past Kate. I don't think she's doing it right now, but it would be so funny if she had it set up that like a shadow started showing up on that frame behind her, like on the glass. Like something like where we think she's serious and then like there's a murder and we just have to wait till tomorrow to see if she's dead or not.
Man,
That's how we've been going. That's how we've been. That's our relationship with Kate. Every day we have to we end the show around 9 o'clock and just hope that she arrives tomorrow.
that I make it through.
And so far she has.
So far, so
Yeah.
good. So you think, Kate, what do you think happened?
So here's where I'm a little worried that I'm turning into my mother, who is woo.
Right?
Okay.
Some of that.
I am no doctor, but I think whatever woohoo is, you might be.
Do you think it's
might,
contagious?
you might
You
be on
got
that.
it.
You might be on that 10-yard line, Kate.
All right. So I will follow it up with. I will not preface. I'll follow it up with this story. So I'll make it as quick as I possibly can.
Love a good story.
I know.
We got a full half an hour left, people. Let it fly.
So my youngest brother, he's the show off of the family. He's like, I will get married before any of you. So he does, right?
Mhm.
And so we go to the wedding, and it's like fancy schmancy. Think Cinderella. Like she had diamonds on the bottom of her shoes. No joke. So she
I will
could
get
be-
married first, and it'll be a Cinderella wedding, and I will find my bride.
This is brother Timothy, right?
No, this is Ryan.
Oh, well, then I have no connection with
My
him.
name is
Ryan.
Ryan, and I will have a Cinderella wedding.
No, the girl.
I'll
Right.
show you girls.
I will do this to spite my only sister. I'm not interested in Cinderella, but I know she loves her.
Well,
Carve
yeah.
a statue of
Rub it in my
of
face.
Kate and then break it.
Make an ice sculpture of my sister Kate and then melt it quickly in front of her. Make her watch.
And I'm like, I do
Sister
truck.
Kate, did
I'll be
you see
fine.
yourself melt?
I do truck. So just as an example, the girl that he married had diamonds on the bottom of her shoes, so they would leave diamond trails
That's a
wherever
neat
she
effect.
walked.
Yeah, of course,
Cool,
yeah.
cool.
So expensive. Anyway, so this wedding is like no holds barred. So we all kind of meet in the parking lot. My mom's there. She's got her outfits. The next day, the wedding's at night. The next day, we're going to see the new wife's family for new family brunch, right?
Oh, so you waited till after the wedding to see the family?
Well, no, we had to meet there the next day. So that was
Her
the plan.
family won't be invited to my Cinderella wedding. We've spent too much money on her shoes. We have no more money left because of her diamond bottom shoes.
It was more expensive than her dress, I was told, and I know her dress was very expensive.
Old family shall toil in the diamond mine until anniversary 25.
Talk about manual labor. Yeah. So we go to the wedding. It's awesome. We're drinking. I don't leave that place, and we're staying at the hotel right there. We're all staying there. We're really late. My brother, the guy who married Diamond Shoes, is doing shots of vodka. Vodka. Just vodka.
The worst of the shots.
At like 2:00 in the morning. And I'm like, he's not going to do well at the brunch tomorrow with the new family. I go to bed. I leave, right? The next morning, my mom, I get a text message. And she says, Kate, what was the name of that shirt? I was like, I know that I drank a lot last night, but I don't know what this means. Yeah. So I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, when you saw the shirt, you know the name of it. And I was like, because I used to work.
You start guessing T-shirt.
Like Jeremy?
Sweater. Yeah.
Is it Jeremy the shirt? What a stupid thing that would be if we started naming our shirts.
Yeah.
This one's Sasha.
This is Curtis.
Have you seen Lenny? My shirt, my favorite shirt.
Turns out the name of the shirt, the brand is what she was talking about, is Michael Stars. And I know this because I used to work retail and I sold her the shirt. I was like, she goes, the name of it on the tag. And I was like, your Michael Stars shirt? She's like, yeah, somebody stole it. I'm like, okay. So I go to the brunch, right? My mom is, unlike me, very well put together all the time. Just perfect. Everything's perfect. Mm-hmm. And I say, Mom, you look
shirtless, but now she's shirtless.
Right.
She had another shirt.
I don't know where my shirt is.
I only brought Michael to the wedding.
My +1 was Michael Stars.
So give me the napkin. I'm shirtless.
No, she had another shirt, consequently. So I go up to her and I'm like, Mom, you look beautiful. And she's like, somebody stole my shirt. I contacted the desk and she's like, it's weird because I had money and credit cards on the counter on the desk there. She's like, but they only stole that shirt. And I was like, I don't think that they did, Mom. I don't think that happened. And then she said, do you think that the bride stole the shirt, wore it after the wedding, gave it to Ryan, who was doing shots at 2:00 in the morning of vodka, and he drove it back in the morning to my mom's house before the brunch? And I was like, no, I don't think that.
Was your mom taking shots of peyote the night before?
Did your mom?
What the hell?
Her new daughter-in-law, like, there was a conspiracy about a Michael Stars shirt.
So we think that Diamond Shoes married my brother to get my mom's shirt.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Distract the family with the Diamond Shoes. I will steal the shirt. It's from. Is this a particularly nice shirt?
No,
is that an expensive brand, like Michael Stars?
Here. No, it's just like a regular.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's like $50 for a T-shirt or something.
But it's not like
Mrs.
Gucci something or other. Okay, all right. Does this end with her? It's in the hotel room the entire time.
I kind of skipped a little bit ahead. So she was so upset about this. She's like, I called. She's like, I accused the cleaning staff. My dad and my brother go back. Yes, it's Ryan Dugan. My dad and my brother go to the hotel. They're like climbing the shelves. The shirt is not there. We get back to my brother's house after the brunch and everything. We all congregate, and that's where my mom lives. And I go up. It was October. I go up into her closet and I grab a sweater and I come down with a sweater. She comes in the door. I beat my mom there. And I was like, sorry, Mom, I had to borrow a sweater. I'm freezing.
Your mom?
At the door.
At the door. Get over here.
Yeah. So
lost the shirt I gave you. Now take the punishment.
So she goes upstairs and she comes down with the shirt in her hand. And that's when she was like, do you think that Diamond Shoes wore this
that makes it even crazier.
Sorry, that
because she found it in a very reasonable place
where she might have left it. And
where you keep all the shirts.
Right.
This wasn't me. This was a setup.
Yeah. And I said, Mom, you probably just never brought it with you. She goes, oh no. When we were in the parking lot and we all met in the parking lot, her sister took inventory. She's like, no, Kathleen saw that shirt in my pile of clothing. I was like, that's amazing. I didn't see what you had. So then she said, Kate, did you do this? Did you wear my shirt and throw it back in my closet? And I said, no, I did not do that.
No.
And then I turned to walk away and she looks at my dad and she's like, Kate took the shirt.
So the new girl is off the hook.
Scapegoat.
After all of that.
Scapegoat.
Can we just take a look? That's a very cool shirt you have on tonight, and I want to see it for a second. Is that a kitty cat UFO? Or is he shooting lasers?
It's a little bit of both, Tim. It's a little bit of both. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I had a similar situation.
Holy shit. I have a similar story, but it doesn't make it was with my grandmother though, who's much older.
No, I'm scared. I was like looking into my future and I don't.
Well, Tim, you tell yours first, and then I have to ask before because I won't even tell mine if I've already told it. I've lost track of what I've told on this show. Have I told the me being drunk, waking up with a bloody t-shirt story?
Yes.
Okay, I do not want to tell that again.
I don't really have a story other than that. My grandmother, my poor wife, when we got married, we bought this house. It was my grandparents' house. My grandfather's been dead for a long time. My grandmother is here. She's like 95. I was like, we'll take care of you, Nana. You know, it's fine. She's my only grandparent. Both my mom's parents died before I was 1, and I didn't know any of them. And so I was like, everything's fine. And it's fine. And of course, she like starts getting dementia like 1 year after we move in. And it was like, she'd be like, Timothy. That was the state. Timothy. Where are my favorite shoes? And I'd say, Nana, I mean, they're right there. They're brown shoes. You've been wearing them since before I'm 33, and it's before I was born. And I was like, those are not my shoes. I was like, no, they are. She's like, I'm telling you right now. So I have a humongous family. You know, I have a lot of cousins. I don't know most of my cousins anyway, but one of them is named Patience. Her name is Patience, which is funny because like it's like a virtue that she needs for herself.
Like multiple patients, like PATI, like
no, there's no second T. It's a C. Like so
it's not like a hospital patient.
Not like that.
Tyler,
why would they name him hospital patient?
Plural patient.
They're at the hospital. They have the baby. They're like looking around. They're like, just name it patient. It says it right there on the tag.
Give it to her. Yeah. And she goes, I think
it's like naming dog.
I have an aunt who's also pretty crazy, and she named her dog. But it's because this whole shit could come from me too, Kate. By the way, like I'm worried about it also.
I'm so scared.
And because the problem is you don't know what's happening if you're in it.
I know.
You'll never know. And because I would try to figure out how to convince. So I call my grandmother Nana, right? That's what I call her. And she's like, I think Patience is coming in here. And she took my shoes and she switched them with these shoes. And I'm like, Nana, that is insane. Like I live here. No one's sneaking in and out. And even if, I'm sorry, I have another cousin named Promise. It was Promise, not Patience. That could be an entire sub story of why, like how that's normal to us.
I'm sorry.
So anyhow,
Promise.
Yeah, there is a Patience though.
I have a cousin. Thank you, and you're welcome.
So it's Promise. She's like, Promise is sneaking in here. And anyway, we're like, no,
like all your cousins are named after poems.
Yeah. And the virtues, they're all named after virtues.
Yeah, virtues.
The whole thing. They're actually the really cool part of my family. So they didn't pick their own names.
Well, they'd have to be now, wouldn't they?
Yes.
I especially like your cousin named Interesting.
I thought about that for a while. I went in with
he's been stewing on that one since I first said Patience.
No, it just came to me. Much like those names when they name them.
Yeah.
No thought.
Listen. Aww. She goes, okay, Promise is stealing the shit. I'm like, okay, she's not. Go to bed. And It kept getting worse. Then it was like my clothes are all missing. They've been replaced with different clothes. And I'm like, again, Nana, they're the same clothes. You've been wearing the same clothes. Most of the clothes you have say Nana on them because it's like given to you by us. World's best Nana, that came from me. And she's like, no, these are bigger than my old. I thought this. I bet you people could guess other names based on the context. They could guess other names because they're all in that zone. But anyhow, I'm like, Nana, they're bigger on you because you're 96 now and you're smaller than you were, right? Because you're really old and you've lost weight because that's what happens, as you get older.
Oh, you didn't.
And I didn't say that. And she's like, and then it evolved into somehow it turned from Promise to Brittany, my wife, because then Brittany was the villain. Oh. But then, and this actually was to our benefit, the true villain who was really stealing Nana's shit and switching it was Brittany's grandmother, the rival grandmother, the other grandmother.
Wait, so it was really happening?
So now we find out, Nana says, listen, I think Brittany's grandmother's sneaking in here, switching out my clothes, and the name of the person whose clothes it is that she's switching, it's some woman named Mary. And I'm like, Nana, you think all of the clothes your clothes are gone, and it's been replaced with the clothes of a woman named Mary, and the clothes are too big for you. And also, Nana, your name is Mary. My Nana's name was Mary. My mom's name is Mary. My Nana's name is Mary.
My name is Nana.
My name is Damien. We're like, whoa. And I'm like,
this season on Grandma
Wars.
Who stole the clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It got to the point, actually, I mean, my mom's in here, but it got to the point where there was no longer, you couldn't fight anymore. It was like, Grandma's name was Justice.
She will find justice.
Justice is sneaking into my house at night.
Wow.
So it didn't. I guess there really is no good ending to this story because it just kept getting worse. And then she would she'd be like, Timothy, there are too many cars out in the driveway. I'm calling the police. I'd say, Nana, whoa. It's only one car and it's mine. And you do not need to call the police. And she'd be like at the phone. But she couldn't see either. So she could see out of like part of one eye, and she's just like looking out the window, looking for
in her defense, and I don't wish this on anybody. If your like senses start to go, you have to start questioning all of reality, and you start to not trust anybody, I would think.
Right, exactly.
I just put this together.
This is true. That would be the only thing, because I would talk to her about.
Wait, is this another cousin named Dementia?
Don't ever argue with Dementia.
You got to see that one coming.
She's a wild card.
Tim, I have to tell you this.
Huh.
Are you sitting down? It feels like you are.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's name.
Don't say Mary to me.
Is Mary.
I think we should just end the show and leave.
We gotta go.
We should just. There's too many connections here.
I want to say, Britt is obviously Tim's wife. I used to tell Britt, if I find a thong in my underwear drawer, I know what she's doing.
Thanks for throwing in, Mom. It was Britt the whole time. So it didn't end well. But I was trying to think, like you said, Kate, we were saying how if it happens to us, you won't know that you're in it. And I was trying to think of ways to subvert it. Like, what if you made you wrote a journal like we do basically every single day? That still wouldn't matter, because if something changed, you'd think someone else wrote the journal.
Yeah.
Right. Someone snuck in and wrote you can't subvert it. There's no way to do it.
What, I opened that trash can and I saw that wrapper. I text my girlfriends, and my one girlfriend's like, why don't you ask Mary? And I knew she was talking about the shirt incident. And I was like, oh no. Like it's happened.
No.
Do you think, what are the odds?
It's gonna be an unending bit.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them watch the show. If you do, I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm sorry, all of my cousins.
Just so you know, there
patience.
Patience, dementia,
Mary. Justice.
These are good. We can use
War Machine for some reason.
Thank you, Nathan. As you were.
That would have been a funny way to end, like, because like all the names are like, you know, virtuous things, and then just end the last one with War Machine, just to cap it off.
Well, it brings up like a funny sketch. Like, what was the baseball sketch with where there was a who's on first? Yeah, with Promise.
Yeah, it's that, like, but Promise, with 7 people. Yeah.
Do you? Am I answering? Is that a question, or are you saying my name? Which one is it?
It's like Promise. Oh man.
Okay. So, do you think that this was you that ate the bar? Like, realistically.
I did not eat that bar. I did not eat it. So
you're just going crazy.
No,
you ate the bar.
I didn't. I said Cliff. It's Quest. I don't buy Quest bars. I don't even know where you find a Quest bar. The only thing I can think of is I picked it up.
Did you just name another one of Tim's cousins?
Quest bar?
Aunt Quessy. Yeah.
As if we don't have a Cutressa in the chat.
I know. It's a Cutressa bar. So can I tell you this is a much smaller story.
Oh, sure.
It's my money/labor day.
Okay, great
story.
Yes.
So guys, as you know, I was fired from my last place of employment.
We do remember. We remember this being I don't remember something.
Oh yeah, Tim, it happened. I don't know if I mentioned it.
That sounds unfair to me.
Another wrongful firing of mine was one time I went into work an hour early, and the woman was like, "We're going to have to let you go." And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm an hour early. I'm not an hour late. She's like, "You keep messing up. We're gonna have to let you go."
Where was this?
This was at a jewelry store, and she did not.
Like, yes, I technically stole some jewelry,
and that's
what I went in.
Kate's wearing $800,000 of jewelry.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
I'm walking out. I'm like, fine, you can fire me.
She has a Slurpee and it's full of jewels.
No, this woman.
I make one pair of shoes with diamonds on the bottom, and now I have to be fired.
I had to give it to my cousin Justice. Yeah, she hated me and she fired me for coming in an hour early. Anyway, back to reality.
I'm sure there was another part of this that we're not hearing.
No, she really did hate me.
Yeah, for what?
I don't know. You never kick a dead horse. That's what my mom says.
That adds up with the shirt.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I'll kick those dead horses.
Well, I think you only kick a dead. You never kick a live horse. Fucking kick you back. If you're gonna kick any horse, kick a dead
one. Of course. Yeah.
No, so same jewelry store. I came in and I wore a mock neck. That's a little neck, sleeveless. I had boots on. You couldn't see anything but my head and my arms.
Did you have pants on?
No, I wore a long dress.
Oh,
I just said that. And you can't see my toes. You can't see anything but my arms and a little bit of my neck and my face, right? I worked the whole day. I come in the next day and I wore whatever that's called, a circular neck with a cardigan.
You showing class?
Show a little bit. Yeah. No, not nearly as much as that. Had a cardigan on. No, less than that. And a long dress again, all the way down to the ground. I come in and she says to me, "You're going to have to go home and get changed." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, you're showing too much up here. She's like, "I didn't like what you had on yesterday. And I don't like what you have on today. It's too much skin."
Yeah.
So I went home. I got
Where is it? Name names.
It's closed now. It was Landau. Jewelry.
Well, you know how a jewelry store would be very profitable when the staff doesn't get to wear any jewelry. That's very good. Show no skin, wear nothing.
So that day I go home, I put a suit on, so I'm covered completely, right? And I work with another person who is a slightly larger woman. It's hot in there. She takes off her jacket and she's got spaghetti strap shirt on, and she doesn't get sent home or anything.
So they just didn't like you, basically.
Yeah.
Were you bad at selling jewelry?
I was great at selling jewelry. I was great at it. She stole one of my sales. Oh.
I was going to click on that one.
It was. Anyway, fast forward. So today I go to get my mail and I have a letter from my previous employer. And I'm like, oh, this is going to make my day. So I open it up and it's about my retirement fund. And the letter said, "Since you have less than $5,000 in your retirement fund, you need to make some choices. Will you cash it out? Will you do this or will you do that?" So not only do I not have a job, I have less than $5,000 in my retirement fund.
Maybe you have 4,800 though.
Just throwing that salt in the wound. So then
Did you
I was
make
like,
your decision?
I don't know how much is in there yet. I will make a decision. I have to. But my decision is I marry a rich man. I think I have to at this point.
We got to keep growing the nation. We got to have live shows. We got to get the boys in, and then
I want diamond shoes, guys. I want them.
Yeah, I understand.
I know you do.
Where was this place? Is it a Bethlehem place?
The Landau place? No, It was in Allentown. It was in a shopping center where I think it's Giants or something. There was a bagel shop.
That's so bizarre to me that you wouldn't want the opposite. Like you wouldn't want your salespeople to dress like more provocatively.
She was so mean to me. She's like, someone came in and commented how beautiful your makeup is. She's like, I barely noticed that you wore any.
Yeah.
I hate her.
Is that your worst job?
I think that would be my worst job. I tried to change I asked her if I could switch a shift. She's like, I can't. This is how she talks. Donna, I can't change the schedule once it's written. It's like it's carved in sand.
Yeah.
I'm like,
also, Donna, it's on paper, you fool.
Yeah.
You foolish lady.
Sand, you can just wipe it
away. Yeah. All the analogies, Donna. Jesus.
Yeah.
Carved in sand.
Yeah.
You know how it goes when you carve in sand.
You get it. I can't change that.
Literally, that's the whole premise is the waves come up and wash it away.
You can't
even have a sandcastle overnight, Donna.
I hated Donna. She was the worst. Anna thinks I should marry a surgeon, and that's code for lesbian. I'm up for it. I'll do it. I don't care.
That's code.
Why is surgeon code for is that real? It's a code?
If you came to my show, you would know that's one of my jokes.
We didn't even know
who you were. Know you.
Tyler knew me.
I did not.
I'm not interested in your show.
He actually said it.
I didn't know about it.
And I did know about it, but I had something else to do. And I had you on my show to promote it. Don't tell me this.
Oh, whatever. Jeez. Oh, you couldn't come because it was sold out 3 times.
Ooh.
No, it's not. That's not why I couldn't come. I had my own thing to do. And you sold out because of our promotion. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, that's of course I just moved the needle for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You haven't had any manual labor jobs aside from the truck meat truck.
Yeah.
Tim, is the jewelry store your worst job of all time, Kate?
I did get hired as a window washer. Can you even imagine that?
Like high up?
Like squeak.
You know what's funny about that? When I worked in Manhattan, there would be these window washer guys, and I always thought, and sometimes at our retail store, I had to wash the windows, and I would always think I wanted them to see me wash the windows in a way that they were like, that guy's a natural at washing these windows.
You want to be the best, right?
But then I would like, why? If they offered me a job, I would like hate that job. But you still wanted to like impress the real ones.
Yeah.
You know, like
I
know my.
You'd be one of the guys.
Yeah.
You get your union card.
Yeah. Look at that guy over there. He knows his way around a window.
Anything over 2 stories would be like a disaster.
See right through it.
Yeah.
See right through that glass.
Well, speaking of scared of heights, that was my worst job. I was a rock. No.
Professional balloon rider.
I was a professional standing high on things guy. No, I kind of was.
Tell me more.
I worked as a rock wall attendant.
A Norman Rockwell?
No, a rock wall.
He just shows Norman Rockwell paintings.
This is a Norman Rockwell.
Rockwell. Are you familiar with the work of Mr. Rockwell?
It's on our rock wall. I'll show you.
No, I had to. My job was basically to supervise the rock wall, people climbing a rock wall, and I'm scared of heights.
But you're Rock.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's my last name.
Did you play that up when you were there?
No.
Oh,
not a little bit.
Boy.
So
Rockwall made from Rock.
I won't tell the story. I won't tell it. That's we're good. We're good on this. I don't need to tell the story.
Yeah, you do. You started it.
All right. I'll attempt it. So, but I got fired one particular day. You have your hand on the button.
Why do I give it away every time?
Because you do this. Basically, I'm going to touch the button. How do you know? I'm going to touch the button when he starts talking.
Tell a story.
So I know you're gonna butt me, but I'm still gonna plot through it. So I got fired because one day the thing was, if somebody, God forbid, would get stuck on the top of the wall, the instructor would have to climb up and talk them down, right? Because it was on a hydraulic belay system. So you would come down, you wouldn't have to, it wasn't like people. So the thing would let you down slowly, but you had to be pushing off the wall. So if somebody got stuck, you would go up next to them, show them that it's safe. Worst case scenario, if they wouldn't get off the top, you would just push them.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you say stuck, what does that mean? They're scared?
They're scared or they're physically stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to understand.
So this kid, he probably was like 7 or 8. He went up to the rock wall. He climbed it up. And by the way, I had never gone up it. I'm too scared of it. I'm very scared of it.
But you managed it.
I know. Bad hire. A terrible hire.
Terrible job.
And so a kid climbs up to the top and he's scared. He freezes. So I'm like at the bottom, like, just come down, man. Come down. Just come down, please. And at this point, his whole family, they're on like a camping trip. They're all gathered, like 20 family members. And I'm like, just come down, man. And I'm trying to be like cool. I'm like, yeah, it's super safe, man. It's all good.
You're like, I wouldn't do it, but you do it.
Yeah, I'm not coming up there.
So sure. He's still like not going anywhere. And then finally they're like, you got to go up and push him off. So I start climbing slowly. And then the kid finally lets go, right? He finally lets go and he's dangling, but he's not pushing off the wall. So his helmet gets stuck on a rock hold and it starts like he's
dying.
He's not choking, but it looks like he is. And I knew he wasn't choking. So I was like, he's not choking. And his mom's like, he's choking. Oh my God. So I'm like, he's fine. He's fine. I didn't know that for sure. I was hoping he was fine. So, and they're like, you got to go get him. And I freeze. I'm scared. And this hero runs. Yeah. This guy climbs up the rock wall without any like belay on and rescues him. And he comes down and everybody's clapping and cheering. And I'm also like, clapping. And so
great job.
Once
I hope they fired you.
They did. So once they found out, like they hugged the boy and they like were happy that he was alive, and then very quickly turned their attention to the kid that didn't save, even though that was his job, and they fired me right on the spot. They're like, you can't work at the rock wall if you're scared of climbing the rock wall.
I am rock.
Yeah,
rock wall.
And I remember being like, I walked into his office. He called me in his office. I'm like, I know, dude. I know. It's my bad. I'm gonna go now. And I basically fired myself. He's like, yeah. It was terrible.
Awful thing.
But did you know? You had to know. You're like, well, today's my last day.
Yeah. Well, he came down. I knew I was like fucked, but I also got caught up in the moment of the kid being saved. So I was like, I was also cheering. I'm like, nice. Thank God. Awesome.
Thank God somebody.
And then I realized, like, oh, this is because I didn't act.
And you couldn't have possibly gotten hurt had you just saved the kid.
No, but
you
I
were
was
on
still
a system that could have eliminated any chance of injury.
Yeah, basically, I was the lifeguard.
It's like swimming someone who's drowning and you have a scuba tank on.
Yeah.
You can't drown.
Yeah.
Ah, Tyler.
Love it. Love it.
Now that's a handsome story.
Yes.
And
we did it.
We made it. Monday, the day of labor. The day to celebrate our hard labors.
Jobs, not having them, whatever you want to do.
Every night, laboring for you people.
For you.
For your benefit.
We do it for you.
Getting you through this shitty time. And all we ask you in return.
Give us money.
Share.
Give us a little bit of money, but share the link. And if we make some t-shirts or something,
get a t-shirt.
Just buy one.
Buy
one.
Buy two.
We're floating the idea.
I always know that Andrew Hess will give me a comment that'll make me feel better. And you're right. He probably is an asshole.
Yeah. He probably was.
And I mean, this kind of we could have just skipped the whole hour and just this could have been all we said. Jobs.
That sums up the whole thing.
Some people have them. Some people say, I have to tell you, have you heard the commercials where they're selling the cars and they're like, you can buy a new 2020 car, and if you happen to lose your job, you can return it in a year.
How does that work?
I don't know, but it's crazy.
No way
time.
That's true. There's no way they're taking it back.
She said it like this, so I believe her.
Oh, at the end of the commercial, they'd be like, we're actually going to charge
you.
If you
have a job, we're never going to pay back you.
You're going to be homeless.
Yeah.
We're going to take all your blood and sell it.
I don't know if this is I know this is my thing, but I don't know if this is sarcasm because
there's another one.
See, what if they're in on it?
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
We did it. You're welcome.
And this is this. We haven't shared. This is just a very Tom Bruno thing to say. So let's just put it out there.
Oh, women are allowed to work now. Forgot about that.
Well, I think you mean
Kate took the bait and she.
Yep.
Making a break for it.
It's reading Gloria Steinem. Don't mess with me. I have vagina powers.
I've seen Gloria Steinem in person. I've met her.
Oh man.
So how's that?
Gloria in ecstasy's day.
Yeah.
All right, we should go.
Yeah, we should.
Please
we
will
get
us out of here, Tom.
I'm going to announce right now the Christmas special for the Clicking and Screaming. We will sing Silent Night, and we will do a manger scene.
Can we do it in sign language? So it's like really silent.
We will do a virtual rendition of the manger scene.
Can I be Baby Jesus?
You can be Baby Jesus. I was actually hoping Tim would be Baby Jesus.
Aw. Fine, he can have it. I'll be the virgin.
Peace be with you.
Yeah. You better really learn how to act then.
All right, Tyler.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy Labor Day. We are happy to have you back for another week with the nation. Down below, you love her, you hate her. That's at I Hate Kate. Top left. At Professor Fry. Mr. Button-Up. I'm at Tyler Rothrock. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe, like, check us out on the YouTube. Subscribe there. Throw a comment. Tell your friends. Tell your people. All right.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your nanas. Tell your
nanas. Tell your pappies.
Tell Promise and Justice.
Tell your cousins.
Dementia.
Promise. Dementia.
All of them.
Quest.
This was a good show.
Organized. That's my favorite.
Love her. So stylish.
Tim, give me a Labor Day ring, my boy.
Push it, Tim. Push that bell.
Wow, Joe Abraham loves that little moment.
Oh, yeah.